Let me ask you something. Have you ever opened Power BI and felt lost? Like, where do I even start? Well, don't worry, because in the next few minutes, I will give you the exact Power BI workflow that every data analyst follows, from raw messy data to a clean interactive dashboard. Hey everyone, welcome back to DataMinds Academy. Today is day 5 of our Power BI Beginner to Advanced in 60 Days series, and I'm going to show you the Power BI workflow. So let's see the 3-stage Power BI workflow. So the first is to connect and transform using Power Query Editor. Next is to model your data and then create some calculated columns or measures. And finally, we have the step where we build interactive reports and visualizations. If you understand these 3 steps, you can build any Power BI project confidently. Let's break each one down. The first one is to connect and transform using Power Query. So here for explaining, I will be quickly importing some 3 tables in order to explain you the workflow. So when you click on transform data, this Power Query opens and this is your cleaning department. Here you can remove unnecessary columns, fix data types, split columns, merge tables, clean text, remove duplicates, build calendar tables. We are having 3 tables: dim customer, dim material and sales table. Sometimes the transformation which is happening over here doesn't happen properly. So here we can see that in our dim customer table, the headers have not been fixed. So we have to fix it over here. Similarly, whenever you are importing tables, do check that in transform data and look for any transformation changes which you can do over here. So here what I will do, I will click on use first row as header, and here our columns has been fixed. Now here you can do some transformations. For example, in the gender column, we can see that we are having irregularities in the content of the column. We can see I'm having MF male and female. So what I will do, I will replace this male and female with M and F. So I will just click here, click on replace values. Here I will write male and here I will replace it with M. Click on OK. So we can see that this male has been replaced with M. Similarly, you can also do it for female, and you can also do this for this male, which is in uppercase. Now here we can see that in country column, we have to do some trimming. So here what I will do, I will click on this, and here in transform, we have this option to trim. So you can find the trim in format, and here you can see the trim option. I will just click on this, and you can see the space before Bharat has been trimmed. In this way, you can also observe for any other irregularities which you can find in the columns, and you can fix it over here. Here also in countries, we can see that we are having US, USA, United States and United States of America. What you can do, you can replace each and everything with USA only. And for Canada also, you can do the same thing. So I won't be doing all the transformation over here. I'm just explaining it to you. And after doing all the transformation, what you can do, you can just click on close and apply. So basically Power Query is where you clean the mess. Once your data looks good, then you can just apply those changes like what we have done over here. Now let's move on to our step 2, which is to model your data and establishing some relationships. So this is the stage most beginners skip, but it's the most important part. Data modeling is like building the foundation of a house. If the foundation is wrong, your whole dashboard collapses. Now here also we will be creating some relationships. So for that you have to go to the model view, and here you can see all the tables which you have in your model. So here we are having 3 tables: dim material, our sales table and dim customer table. So what we will be doing is we will be creating relationships of sales with dim material and with customer table. Now here between dim material and sales, we can create the modeling using the material ID. So in order to create the relationship, what you have to do, you just have to drag this and we have to place it over the another material ID which you have in sales table. And this new window pop-ups. Here you can see that here cardinality has been mentioned, and it will automatically detect the cardinality if is it one to many, many to one or many to many relationship. And here you have the cross filter direction. So this is very important. So I would suggest you to always keep this to single, and here we are having one-to-many relationship between our dim material and sales table. Because in our dim material, we will be having details of a particular material only once. And in sales, we can have that same material repeating at different rows. So we'll save this relationship and we can see that our relationship has been made. Here you might be seeing this arrow. So what does this arrow indicate is, this arrow shows us the filtering direction. So here we can see that our dim material table will filter the sales table. And same way we have to create a relationship between customer table. So I will drag this customer ID column and place it over customer ID. And here also we will be doing the same thing. So in my sales data, I'm having distinct customers and one customer is only repeating once. So that's why it is creating a one-to-one relationship. I will click on save. And here you can see that as we have created one-to-one relationship, the arrow are on both the sides. So sales table can also filter customer table and customer table can also filter the sales table. So in this way, our modeling is ready. Now, after creating relationship, in the same step, what you have to do, you also have to create some calculated columns or some measures which will be required in creating visualizations. So we will go to our data view and here we have our sales table. So what I will do, I will create a measure for this total amount. I will click on these three dots, click on new measure, and here I will name it as total sales is equal to sum of total amount, close the bracket, click on OK. In this way, we have our measure total sales. Now, let's also create for total quantity. I will name it as total quantity is equal to sum of quantity, close the bracket, click on OK. And here we have completed our step 2. Now, let's move on to our step 3, which is building visual reports. So this is where you bring everything to life. All the work you did in Power Query and modeling finally pays off. So here we will be creating some basic visualizations. So let's add a bar chart over here. And in this bar chart, I will be adding our total sales. So I will be adding the total sales measure. And here in x-axis, I will be adding the region. Now, similarly, what you can do, you can also add columns from other tables. So let's add another chart over here. Now here I will be adding total sales and I will be adding column from another table, which is our dim material. So I will be adding category. So here we can see our different categories. So as the dim material table is filtering our sales table, this is working properly. Now let's also add another charts. So this is by city. Let me also add some slicers. So here we have also added our slicers. Now we can do any type of interaction if you want. You can do it over here. So in this way, you can add any visuals which you want. You can add a bar chart, line chart, maps, cards, tables, and other KPI visuals. You can also add slicers, filters, bookmarks, and drill through pages. This is the storytelling part where your data becomes useful. So here's the simple Power BI workflow. First, import and clean your data in Power Query, build relationships and DAX in the model view, create visuals and dashboards in report view. If you follow this order, Power BI becomes super easy. Now that you understand the Power BI workflow, you are ready to actually start working with real data. In the next video, we will begin connecting to different data sources and doing hands-on transformations. So make sure you subscribe to DataMinds Academy and continue your 60-day Power BI journey.